Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Mr. Freeze2244. Welcome to the roadmap and the patch notes for June 2025. So this patch actually came out a few days ago. I've obviously had a lot of content to cover over the weekend and stuff like that, which has taken priority over this. But we finally got around to making sure that we can do this, explain exactly what's coming up in the months of June, July, August, etc. And basically explaining what they've fixed in the patch notes and what's new and what's changed. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Here is the roadmap. So, it looks like they've got a lot of stuff on there, but need to keep in mind, like half of that is just either the free content of like featured contracts or just rehashed elusive targets that we've seen multiple times before. So there's not really a lot, to be honest, there's not really a lot going on in the roadmap. But we'll go through all the details on the in the website anyway, so we can go through exactly what's good and what's not. So starting from the roadmap and the blog post, I'll leave a link to that in the description as well, so you can follow along with me. It says, welcome to the season of the high stakes. We welcome a brand new elusive target mission, the Banker, which will be playable for free from June 6th to July 6th. The Banker features blockbuster actor Mads Mikkelsen returning as Chiffre and the fan-favorite villain from the 2006 film Casino Royale. We are delighted to collaborate with such a talented actor and to bring an iconic character from 007 franchise to the Hitman World of Assassination for what promises to be a tense game of poker. As always, we also bring brand new content with the season of high stakes taking off in style and set to last through summer 2025. New challenges, new featured contracts, packs, it says, new Twitch drops, returning elusive targets, all for you to enjoy this summer, so don't dust off the flip-flops just yet. Enjoy! And as we scroll down, it starts off with the premium content and it goes on into more details about the Banker elusive target. So if this is the first time you know about it, the Mads Mikkelsen is an elusive target. They dropped us that bombshell during the Summer Games Fest. So it was pretty surprising. I didn't expect it at all. Mads Mikkelsen returns as Chiffre and the iconic private banker to the criminal underworld known as the mastery of games of chance and probability. A recent failed venture left him in dire straits, losing vast sums of both legitimate and illicit capital. And in a desperate bid to recover, he has arranged a high-stakes poker game at the Casino Monarchique in Paris. Agent 47 has been tasked with infiltrating the perilous event and will have to find his way to his target to prevent havoc being wreaked across the world. Agent 47's poker face will be put to the test, but there will be many ways to complete this mission. Indeed, there is. I have currently 5 or 6 different methods so far in combination of 2 different videos. So you can check those out if you want to. Those videos are already up on the channel. The Elusive Target video walkthrough and indeed the arcade contract. Speaking of the arcade contract, it's going to go and mention up the next portion. So from June the 6th again, it says free starter pack players will have a chance to experience this new celebrity elusive target through a 2-level arcade contract. The Monarchique featuring the Banker elusive target, upon failure, progress will restart from the first level and the contract will be locked for 12 hours until the player can attempt to play the contract again. The original one-chance-only elusive target will only be available to World of Assassination players. Players who launch the Banker mission will earn the Banker suit, which is basically what Chiffre is wearing. And it's a cool suit. It's better than the one you get in the DLC pack, by the way, in my opinion. It says here is how to access the free starter pack player for new players. On Steam, you can download the Hitman free starter pack on Hitman World of Assassination's Steam page. On Epic Games Store, you can do the same thing using a different link. PS4, PS5, Xbox One series, you get the idea. Additionally, we'll be releasing a brand new DLC pack to all platforms, the Banker Pack, which includes the Monarchique, a 2-level arcade contract featuring the Banker, as well as cosmetic items priced at $4.99, €4.99, or £3.99 in pounds. Not 300, I'm talking about, like, you know what I mean. The Banker Pack includes the Banker King of Cards suit, which is that all dark blue suit that you can see right there. It has like little spades and hearts and diamonds all over it. You get the Banker Silence Pistol, the Banker Rope, the Casino Monarchique chip, which is a €1 million chip, the Monarchique, a 2-level arcade contract featuring the Banker Elusive Target, a set of 6 cosmetics for Freelancer Safe House inspired by the Elusive Target. The Banker Elusive Target mission will be available to play from June 6th to July 6th, 2025. So you have a full month to play that, but with the pack, obviously, if you've got the pack, you can play the Elusive Target contract anytime you want. But if you do fail at any point, you will be locked out of that contract for 12 hours. But once the 12 hours is up, you can go ahead and play it again. The 2 levels aren't very different to each other. The only restriction for level 2 is basically don't get spotted. But if you're going for Silent Assassin, that's the idea anyway. But if you do get spotted, it's a mission fail. So keep that in mind. As for the DLC pack and stuff like that, I will be showcasing that in a future video in the next couple of days or so. As I usually do with these DLC packs, I'm going to go through each individual item, showcase them, showcase the Freelancer items, and give you my opinion on if they're worth buying or not. So you can look forward to that. Make sure you are subscribed for that and keeping your notifications turned on and making sure you drop a like straight away as well. It does help me out. Also from June 6th, Twitch drops. Here's the next section of this roadmap. It says Twitch drop the Casino Monarchique chip, the €100,000 chip. We are releasing a brand new Twitch drop, the Casino Monarchique chip. Link your Twitch account to the IO Interactive account and simply watch your fellow agents on Twitch to unlock this brand new item. For a reminder on how to earn this reward, you need to link your IR Interactive account to your Twitch account, watch a cumulative 1 hour of Hitman Ward of Assassination on Twitch between June 6th and 5th of July. Any streamer playing under the Ward of Assassination category on Twitch is eligible for Twitch drops. So once you drop in there, make sure you are checking if the drops are enabled and making sure that they are actually got the tag of Hitman Ward of Assassination on their live stream. So watch for around 1 hour and you'll be able to unlock that chip. Also from June 6th to June 7th. Wow. June 6th and June 7th. That doesn't seem right. A special Twitch drop is available to be earned by watching the IO Interactive Showcase live. Obviously it's past now. It's now June 9th, so it's a little bit different now. I'll read it out anyway. A special Twitch drop is available to be earned by watching the IO Interactive live taking place on June 6th on a dedicated restream on June 7th for the European audience. Please refer to the guidelines above on how to earn this reward. Watch a cumulative of 50. It doesn't tell you what the reward is. I believe it's that it's like a white duck with like a black shirt on that says IOI on it, or IOI showcase on it, or something like that. It's nothing special. It's just another explosive rubber duck, so you're not really missing out on that. Don't worry. July 17th, a second Twitch drop will be coming to provide some lighter fabric onto Agent 47 for those warm summer days. Please refer to the guidelines above on how to earn this reward. Watch a cumulative of 1 hour of Hitman Ward of Assassination on Twitch between 17th and the 28th of July. So you've got 11 days to earn that reward, which is going to be that's basically the outfit you get from Haven Island. So if you go into Haven Island, you go into 47's hut and you change disguises in there when he puts on a nice little Hawaiian shirt. But the difference is the shorts are going to be, a Twitch coloured pink or purple or whatever. So yeah. The third Twitch drop will be available to be earned for those wanting a bit more colour in their arsenal. Please refer to the guidelines above on how to earn this reward. And below is timetable, which is between the 14th and the 25th of August. And you'll unlock the purple streak fiberwire there. Okay, that's that for that portion of the roadmap. Next, moving on to the new challenges. So we have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we've got 3 new challenges. Okay, so from July 3rd, it says Big Boom. When getting to Whittleton Creek, set off the fireworks to earn a new item, which is literally another it's a reskin of the big one. If they don't know what that is, it's basically a firework that you carry around with you. So you could use that in situations like if you got a propane flask, you throw it on the floor to break it open next to a target, and then you just throw that firework right next to it, run away, and after a few seconds, it will set off the propane flask, and boom, you got an accident kill. So it's one way to cheese your targets if you do indeed wish so. I'm assuming it's an exact reskin. It looks the same, just a different color. But yeah. On July 24th, we have another challenge called One Too Many. It says help out a few guests who feel ill in Haven Island to get a new item. I can already tell what that challenge is going to be, but you get the shaker as a reward. And if you want to know exactly what that looks like or how it works, go ahead and play the Elusive Target that's available right now, the banker. And if you go and approach the bar in the poker room, you'll see a shaker right there on the bar, and you'll be able to play around with it. It's awful. It's a one-hit melee. Once you've used it once, you can't pick it up or use it again. I don't see the point of it. It's like another crystal ball. So yeah, from August 25th, there's a... Oh yeah, by the way, my opinion what the challenge is going to be is poison like 3 people in Haven Island. That's it. Judging by what that clue is on the picture. Anyway, August 25th, Banana Blazer. Explore new fruit recipes in Mendoza to unlock a new suit, which is like a banana-coloured suit. So enjoy that if you like that kind of thing. On June 6th as well, we've got some featured contracts, codenamed Quicksilver. July 3rd, there's another contract pack called Purple's Paradox. July 24th, there's a contract pack called Quartz Memes Maximizer. And August 25th, we have a contract pack called Magic Dave's Magical Mystery Tour Selection. As for returning content, that's all the new content, by the way. As for returning content, we have, of course, Year 5 Elusive Targets. Another round of Elusive Targets will be back, ready to be taken out. A new set of different Elusive Targets will be run back in succession, with the Pecurious, the Ex-Dictator, the Appraiser, Iconoclast, the Politician, the Chameleon, the Ascensionist, and the Surgeons are all back. From July 11th to July 20th, you have the Pecurious. July 18th to July 27th, you have the Ex-Dictator from Bangkok. August 1st to August 10th, you have the Appraiser. August 8th to August 17th, you have the Iconoclast. August 15th to 24th, you have the Politician. August 29th to September 7th, you have the Chameleon. September 5th to September 14th, you have the Ascensionist. September 12th to September 21st, you have the Surgeons. So, yeah, if you enjoy Elusive Targets, there's plenty there to look forward to over the coming months. But that is the conclusion of the roadmap. Overall, a little disappointing in my opinion, but that is pretty much my opinion every single time a roadmap comes out. The highlight is, of course, is the highlight. It's the Elusive Target of Mads Mikkelsen. It is a brilliant contract. It's a brilliant target, and I highly recommend you play it. Go ahead and play it right now. Stop watching this. Actually, no, don't stop watching this video. Once you finish watching this video and dropped a like and subscribed and turned on notifications and become a member of the channel, go ahead and play that contract because it's real cool. It's really good. Okay, moving on to the patch notes. So this is the patch notes portion of the video, and most of the patch notes, I will be honest right here, right now, most of the patch notes will be based around PlayStation VR 2 fixes and changes and additions. So just bear that in mind when you're watching this portion of the video, just a heads up. Right, the patch is already currently live. It went live on Friday, the day of when the Elusive Target got dropped. So I don't need to go into all the details, so everyone should have the update already. But it goes on to list exactly all the same stuff that was in the roadmap. So basically, it's going to reiterate that there's a Elusive Target there, there's a new DLC pack, blah, blah, blah. So let's skim all the way down to the actual patch notes themselves. Okay, so new content for PlayStation VR 2, new content and features. So again, this is not going to be, you know, it's irrelevant to me because I don't have a VR 2 headset for PlayStation, and a lot of people don't. But I'm going to, for those, if you of you that do, this portion, little portion is for you. But everyone else, stick around because there is more stuff coming up after this. So, new content for PSVR 2, new content. As part of the new our work to enhancing PSVR 2 experience, we are happy to share that a batch of Hitman Ward of Assassination missions are now compatible with PSVR 2, provided players have access to the missions. Hitman bonus missions, the Icon in Sapienza, Landslide in Sapienza, House Built on Sand in Sapienza, Marrakesh. Hitman Game of the Year Patient Zero campaign, which is the Source Bangkok, the Author in Sapienza, the Vector in Colorado, Patient Zero in Hokkaido, and the Hitman Game of the Year Escalations as well, Corky Commotion, the Dexter Discordance, the Cheveo Calibration. Hitman 2 Special Assignment Missions, the Embrace of the Serpent, Illusions of Grandeur, a Silver Tongue, and a Bitter Pill. So a whole bunch of new missions to play around with in VR. So that's pretty cool. So we've got new features as well. Hold it straight. Added a setting that allows you to adjust the angle of the firearm in 47's hand. Holster up. Added a setting that allows you to select the position of the holders. They've added a setting that allows you to set the rotation speed of 47. They've added stronger recoil to weapons that are meant to be used in two hands to avoid situations where they could be dual wielded. Shouldn't that be the opposite way? Surely they should increase the recoil if you're only holding an SMG or an AR with one hand, right? I feel like I've misunderstood that. We adjusted the tutorial prompts in the ICA facility to be more seamless with your actions. Fire alarms can now be activated with hand movement. Power overwhelming. Firearms can no longer be activated when the slow motion effect is active while the inventory wheel is open. In addition to the above, we have added multiple enhancements, which includes players will now be able to use physics and velocity better when throwing items. We applied some improvements on various touch interactions. It's now easier to use your unconscious victims to block bullets. That's pretty cool. We tweaked the recoil when wielding weapons, both for one-handed and two-handed weapons. Sniper stability is improved to reduce jittering. Our first iteration of tactical reload for weapons has been implemented. As such, reloading non-empty magazines no longer requires racking the slide. You can now equip your last holstered item on the inventory wheel by pressing and releasing R1/L1 when holding the controller to the chest. We applied various improvements to the dragging experience. There's no longer a fade to black when dumping bodies in closets and containers. And that concludes that portion. So that next one is all going to be to do with bug fixes. So that's the PSVR 2 stuff out of the way. But now there's a bunch of stuff related to bug fixes. But yeah, I'm kind of like jealous of the people that have the experience of playing the current iteration of the VR experiences in Hitman, because I played the initial one, the one that came out on PC on the Quest 2, and it was just so bad. You had to create your own content, in effect. You had to sort of like interact with the NPCs yourself, kind of thing, and create your own kind of entertainment. Because you really couldn't interact with anything else. You couldn't touch things. You couldn't grab glasses. You couldn't do anything. You could do nothing with your left hand. So you're restricted with everything with your right hand. But it was just so you had a whole world to play with, but nothing to touch. It just didn't feel very good at all. And eventually they've gone around to fixing it now, because obviously they've got the newer versions of the VR out, and I'm jealous because I wish I played this version rather than the old version that I played. But anyway, end of rant. Moving on, bug fixes in the patch notes. Here we go. Many of the fixes listed below were resolved thanks to reports made by the community. We want to extend a thank you to everyone who continues to report issues they run into. I wonder if they fixed the saving bug on PS5. Let's see. Right, starting off with level design. Don't slip up. We solved an issue in Mumbai when we're sliding down to the lowest level in the Rangan Tower's elevator shaft, and then jumping to the ledge caused 47 to die instantly. There we go, got it out. No way out. We fixed an issue for Freelancer in Chongqing, where enabling the exit out inside the ICA facility by using the camera scan with the level 3 dongle access and then selecting no once the exit window appears would cause the exit to become unavailable after the targets in the level are eliminated. That is a very specific bug, that is. Phaser. We fixed an issue in the Freelancer safe house where Agent 47's hand would clip through the railing when leaning is used on the balcony next to the bedroom. Sticky gear. We fixed an issue in the Freelancer phase safe house where the collector's coin and collector's lockpick... Collector's lockpick? Collector's... I don't remember there's a collector's lockpick. A collector's lockpick would remain on the gear wall after leveling... Oh, okay, sorry. I should have read the whole thing. It's talking about Freelancer. Would remain on the gear wall after leveling their prestige up through the lap. Okay, whatever. Blunt knife. We fixed an issue in Freelancer where the splitter cookery knife is not recognized as a correct item to finish knife kill objective during campaigns. Stuck on repeat. We resolved an issue in Dartmoor where Agent 47 was able to trigger Alexa's answering machine multiple times, which would cause the sound clip to overlap. That just sounds funny. Should leave that in. Stillwater. We fixed an issue in Dartmoor where the ponds... If they're so bothered about clips overlapping, how about you fix the point where Diana stops talking over the dialogue in the video games? I mean, the latest Elusive Target is a pure example of that. You walk into the main casino hall, she speaks, right? And then she stops talking, and then you approach Rangan, and she introduces Rangan as he's talking to you. So both conversations are happening at the same time. Diana won't shut up. She won't stop. If dialogue is happening on screen when you're talking to another character, she should shut up. But she don't. So you've got two mixtures of different voices playing at the same time, and you're confused, and you can't follow along. And I really wish they'd sort that out. If you're fixing that, you're finding an answering machine playing over and over again, clipping is an issue, then why aren't you fixing the main issue, which is Diana? Anyway, we fixed an issue in Dartmoor where the ponds in the garden would lack kill boxes, meaning NPCs that had fallen in would not be killed or hidden. Wrong member. We fixed an issue in the Miami for the unpalatable termination, where the complication to use only unsilenced weapons were erroneously marked as optional. Okay. I remember that escalation. I do. I remember having to use like a sawed-off shotgun to make it work, to bring down one of the targets, I think. It's been many years since I played it, but I still remember it. Wrong spot. We fixed an issue in Miami where the small area on the northeastern footbridge would be registered as a trespassing zone. Xbox Saboteur Mark II. We solved an issue in Dubai where 47 would be able to sabotage parachutes in their case, where after the targets already took them out of the case and put them on, which would cause the targets to die. Okay. Expert Saboteur 2. We resolved an issue in Haven Island where Agent 47 would be able to sabotage a valve in the restaurant's back room through a wall. Okay, that's funny. By the way, do you want me to read all this stuff at every single one of these? I'm not completely sure if you want me to read all these things. In one mind, I'm thinking this is probably really boring to listen to, and the other mind, I'm thinking maybe something interesting is going to be in here, and we're going to miss it. But I want to know what you guys are thinking. And in the future, like patch notes videos, do you want me to read out every single one of these, or do you want me to just like I don't know. I need some fresh ideas and some fresh perspectives on this, because I'm not sure, because there's quite a lot here. That's what I'm talking about, and I'm afraid of you guys getting bored. We fixed an issue in Dubai where pacifying Stuyvesant after he changed into his skydiving suit and dragging him to the jumping point would cause him to deploy his parachute. I hope people are finding that. That's funny. Magic oil. We fixed an issue where taking an oil or water canister out of the briefcase would allow 47 to use it in places it should be disabled, which led to exploits. Why can't you use it any way you want? That's the issue I have. I've never really understood that. Exploits. How can you exploit it? I'm curious about that. Prince Charming. We solved an issue in Santa Fortuna where frogs running away from a 47 would be able to move any objects and bodies put in their path after throwing them. I don't understand. We fixed an issue in Santa Fortuna where NPCs would not enter the alert state when Agent 47 would blow up the car in front of Andrea's office. Couch Surfer. We solved an issue in Santa Fortuna where 47 would be able to walk on furniture in Hector's room. I haven't looked like, honestly, that mind you, I don't play as much as I used to. I was going to say I haven't experienced any of these things, but again, I don't play as much anymore like I used to. Not like the others, we solved an issue in the Authoritarian missions where Shuriken doesn't count as a melee weapon for purposes of the optional objective. So it's good that they're still fixing things in terms of like the small missions and Freelancer and stuff like that as well. Sedation against the machine. We fixed an issue in the Splitter mission where throwing sedative items at the clone trash compactor would cause it to pop out of the frame. Breaking bench. We fixed an issue in Mendoza where the bench next to the cinema entrance could be used from the back, revealing out of zeros OOW. What does that? What's the W mean? Out of world, and causing clipping issues. I'm assuming that's what it means. The intangible. We fixed an issue in Mendoza where the misaligned cover plane near the Asado bar would allow 47 to clip into the store. These are very minor issues, aren't they, really? We solved an issue in the art scale where 47 would be unable to dump a body through a window in a room at the top floor of the tower with the helipad. We fixed an issue in the auto scale where the torch near the fire pit can produce light without showing the proper fire effect when dropped and picked up fast enough. Law degree. We've solved an issue in Sapienza where Agent 47 would be able to blend inside Bravomo's office without the correct disguise. The artist. We fixed an issue in Mumbai where Agent 47 would be able to paint on the canvas even if it was destroyed. Yeah, the last time I tried to do the paint the canvas thing on Mumbai, it wasn't working. He wasn't painting the full picture anymore. So hopefully they fixed that as well. Or maybe that was just a one-time bug when I was playing it. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it was during a Freelancer contract. I'm not sure. Can't remember. Dry drowning. We fixed an issue in Mumbai where no splashing sound is played when drowning Vanya Shah in the fountain. We solved an issue in Mumbai where NPCs on the second floor of the Chols could spot Agent 47 performing illegal actions through the ceiling into the first floor apartment. Oh, thanks. Thank you for fixing that. And then that's so annoying. Amongst all the issues that we had in Havel Island in the mansion area, damn. People seeing through walls and floors is just so irritating, especially on Freelancer, man. Come on. We fixed an issue in Paris where Agent 47 would be able to get to an inaccessible area by jumping off the left side of the trailer in the outdoor backlot area. Substitute postman. We fixed an issue in Whittleton Creek where 47 would be trespassing as a postman when standing close to the fence between Levinsky's property and West zones. Extreme snorkeling. We fixed an issue in Havel Island where dropping from the side of the villa pier would cause 47 to fall out of the world and get stuck. Amateur cleaner. We fixed an issue in Haven Island where dumping a body behind the airplane would cause 47 to get stuck. Fell off. We fixed an issue in Haven Island where pushing NPCs off the Villa Bar platform hides the body. We fixed an issue in Mendoza where a guard would be clipping with the chair he is sitting on in the truck near the parking lot starting location. Okay. Next is all to do with the environmental art. In terms of fixes, we solved an issue in a Freelancer safe house where the torches near the hot tub from the drop DLC would create fire particle meters above the ground, close to the tree line. Okay, this is not really that important, is it? Let me scroll past this. Character art. We fixed an issue in Miami where Agent 47's head would become invisible when wearing the race marshal disguise. Yeah, how did this start to happen? I remember keep seeing this, like the flamingo disguise as well, when you had like an invisible chest. What happened? Why does this? How did that happen? How do you patch something that's like completely unrelated to that, and then all of a sudden, boom, you got an invisible torso from the flamingo outfit? How does that work? Like, I don't know, man. Coding is completely alien to me. Leg break. We fixed an issue in Havelon where Agent 47's legs would not appear correctly when wearing the wetsuit. What do you mean not appearing correctly? How can your legs not appear correctly? Unless they disappear, like I just said. Gameplay section. Okay, we fixed an issue where throwing a Molotov cocktails at targets after they've been killed would cause them to yell. That's funny. Peep show. We fixed an issue in New York where the peephole that appears after picking up a lead pipe from the wall in the waiting lounge bathroom would disappear after doing a save load cycle. Platform. Thinking cap on. We fixed an issue where the pillar of the community trophy/achievement, reach Whittling Creek Mastery level 2020, could be unlocked prematurely if the game were to be relaunched upon obtaining Mastery level 15. If those of you that remember, Whittling Creek originally had Mastery level 15 as the maximum mastery until they changed it in Hitman 3. UI, Copycat. We solved an issue in San Fortuna where the Shaman's hook key Intel uses the same thumbnail as the one for the cave's keycard. And that covers all the bug fixes there, apart from the next section, which is PSVR 2 fixes, and this covers the last of the bug fixes, guys. So if you are not a PSVR user from this point, or not interested in carrying on watching the rest of the video, then feel free to leave now, I guess. The next portion is all to do with PSVR 2 fixes, and that will conclude it. So, PSVR 2 fixes. Indestructible winch. We solved an issue in Dartmoor where using the breaching charge on the winch would not cause the bale of hay to fall. This has also fixed the flat screen mode. Tight fit. We fixed an issue in Berlin where one NPC's clothes were a bit too tight and caused visual clipping. We fixed an issue where eggs would not correctly align with 47's hand. We fixed an issue in Chongqing where 47's hand would sometimes disappear after taking a disguise from the guard on the rooftop. Loss of controls. We've resolved an issue where that could cause your controller input. By the way, they haven't fixed the save icon thing. It wasn't mentioned in the patch notes. We solved an issue where it could cause your controller inputs to stop working after pressing L2 and R2 while the game is launching. Floating shells. Resolved an issue in Berlin where a floating cartridge of shotgun shells could be seen outside the wardrobe area. We resolved an issue in New York where a floating cartridge of shotgun shells could be seen in the corridor leading to the IT room. Not so aimbot. We fixed an issue in Dubai where moving targets were not auto-targeted during the knife throwing challenge. Okay, I get you. I remember that bit. Immortal 47, we fixed an issue where standing up could cause NPCs to not able to hit 47. Climber's worst nightmare. We resolved an issue in Paris where some ledges that could be climbable were not. We resolved an issue where the Ave Maria music is missing when using the Sega 3000 Advanced. We fixed an issue where the tutorial could not be complete if a firearm is dropped or pushed into the area that cannot be accessed. We resolved an issue where disabling adaptive triggers while using the marksman perk could not slow down time correctly and instead cause 47 to shoot. We resolved an issue in Miami where the Expo robot is not displaying the correct feed on the screen behind them. We fixed an issue that could not allow you to holster a weapon to your chest when dragging a body. We have tweaked the maximum crouch speed based on feedback. We resolved an issue where you were able to slow down time with all firearms while the sniper rifle is being held in one of your hands. We resolved an issue where 47 could throw an NPC off a ledge while his back was towards the ledge. Wouldn't it be cool if you could just like grab an NPC with two hands, like grab them by the belt, grab them by the scruff of the neck and just throw them across the room? Like having the power of like Terminator, that would be cool to do that in VR. Why not as well? Like, why not? It'd be fun. We resolved an issue in Isle Scale where you could not able to use a torch to light the money pit or the effigy on fire if the torch is in your left hand. Ignorance is bliss. We fixed an issue where sometimes NPCs would not react when a gun is aimed at them. We resolved an issue where the players were asked to select a tool, crowbar, etc. to unlock door even when they had the correct key in their inventory. Lights, camera, and action. We fixed an issue where the surveillance monitors in Racer's office in the Chongqing location turn offline when using the terminal set, please. Oh yeah, speaking about that key situation about unlocking the doors, I had the master key from Paris yesterday when I was doing the Elusive Target, and one of the doors was still locked. I still couldn't use the key on it. So I'm wondering if that's basically that bug issue is transferred over to the main game as well. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a one-off because it's the Elusive Target. I'm not sure. Cheeky clips. Fixed an issue where the inventory images of certain SMGs would show an extra clip. They're magazines, they're not clips. Oh, damn. Why? What? They're not clips, they're magazines. No third option. We resolved an issue where the number of VR turn mode was incorrect. Tunnel vision. We fixed an issue where the VR blinders would still be visible if you open the pause menu while running and adjusting the setting. Not so infinite container. We fixed an issue where items could be stored in a quick access holder that we should not be able to. Be careful on the stairs. We resolved an issue where NPCs can't be subdued or garroted while on the stairs. We fixed an issue where touch interactions would not be correctly highlighted. And we resolved an issue where the syringe did not indicate that it was empty. They are now dropped and can't be picked up again after being used. That concludes all the fixes from the main game and PSVR 2. All that's left is the known PSVR 2 issues that they're aware about and they are working on fixing. So we have a few known issues for the PSVR 2 version of Hitman World of Assassination that may occur. Those are currently tracked by the team who is working on additional improvements and bug fixes, including it is not possible to support SMGs by holding their grip. Fade to black may occur when dumping bodies over ledges. The free throwing physics of coins has not been improved for the time being. So that is it. That concludes all the patch notes. That concludes the roadmap, and that's pretty much everything. So yeah. Again, I know this is a really long ass video, but you need to let me know. Do you like me reading every single one of these bug fixes, or do you want me to just? I don't know. I don't know what the alternative could be. I mean, I could put the stuff on the screen. Maybe we can do these patch note stuff during a live stream, huh? And we can get a bit of interaction with the chat. Maybe we could do that instead of doing it in video formats. That could be better, couldn't it? So we can scroll around and do this at our own pace together. And then I could just upload that to YouTube. Maybe we could do that. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what your guys' thoughts are, because I really do want to make these videos a little bit better. But if you like them the way they are, then I'll carry on doing them the way they are. It's up to you. But I'm just trying to cut the fat, as they call it, because these videos can be very long when they've got a lot of bug fixes. So again, do indeed let me know. But that's going to do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments though about how I can improve these kind of videos. I really do appreciate the feedback when it comes to this. I do definitely want to make these patch note videos a little bit better in any way I can. So thank you very much for watching, and subscribe if you are new to the channel so you don't miss any new content. Make sure you turn on all notifications so you can hit the bell icon and turn on all notifications there. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Hit the bell, blah 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 blah. I'm repeating myself. See you later, guys, man. God, I'm going to take a nap.